That's right. Welcome in the ring. Good folks, welcome. We outside in Bartica. At least we were early on today. We are happy that you wonderful folks are here with us. Pace and power, good folks. Pace and power. Where y'all be, folks? It's Friday night and you all even know it's Friday. We're throttling down, good folks. We are throttling up and we got a lot to share with you, good folks, this evening. Welcome in the ring. Good to see you, Isabella Butters, and we're born and Winborn is Wayborn Hackett, Leslie Hamilton, Karen, and all the other folks joining us. Enid Miggins, how you all doing there? Debbie Apple, Camille Cox. Bring it back, good folks. Bring it back one time. Good to have all of you folks on the live tonight, folks. Good to have you on the live. Wherever you're joining us from, we're going to make sure that we are shared to all the valid and credible places as quickly as we can. As we said, we outside. We were today, folks, up in Bartica, getting a sense from the good folks at that end. What are some of the issues? Yeah, and there are a lot of things that are making the rounds in Bartica, and we have a couple of them for you this evening. And we're going to have some more on our additional broadcast. Wayne Brown, we see you there. Wayne Brown, we see you. Chanel Wilson, we see you. Roxana Dessa, we see you as well. And all the other beautiful folks joining us this evening, guys. We're happy you're here. Angela Jordan, we see you, Angela. We see you, Angela. Good to have you on the live. Rhonda Gordon, Julian Mars, we see you as well. All of you beautiful folks joining us from the many places you're joining us from tonight. Good to have you. If you're now joining in for one of the other pages, folks, Pace and Power. Good to have all of you on the live tonight, good folks. Good to have you all on the live. And as I said, we got quite a few things to share with you folks this evening. And let's start, folks. Let's start with the open. As I said, we were out today, folks, in Bartica, looking at some of the issues that concern the folks there. And folks, you all know this government wicked, stinking dirty. You all know the wicked, stinking dirty. There was a park, a beautiful park that was built by the coalition. You know, we were greening Bartica as a model town, a green town, folks. A model park was built there. You know the boys abandoned it. You know them boys abandoned that park, folks. Them jacobats and trench capos. You know they abandoned it? You know they've abandoned it? That is precisely what they did. Jacobats and trench capos. And folks, we call up with one of those residents in Bartica just today. And listen to what she told us about that park. We're outside in Bartica. Share the damn light. Smash the emoji button, folks. And partner with us as well. Take a look and take a listen now. The opener. We're outside in Bartica.
Folks, we're here again with our very concerned citizen, an area called the West Indian Park.
Yes.
You know, and I've learned that here used to host weddings and other special events. It was a project conceptualized under the APNU AFC, and since we limited office in August 2nd, 2020, this area seemed to fall on bad times. Talk to us, my sister. What's happening here?
Oh, yes, Sherrod. You know, this area here in less than 3 years, the coalition government was able to give the residents of this wonderful scheme, West Indian Housing Scheme, a park where the kids can play. And then it eventually hosted weddings, people taking their lovely photographs for weddings and birthday parties and, you know, different events. People find a time of relaxation in this park. And it was such a beauty because, you know why? People never expected something like this park would have came out of a land like this.
Yeah, and here I think was kind of
It was
marshlands
kind of,
and
yes,
swampy and so on.
swampy.
Yeah.
And, you know, because of the vision again of the coalition government, they were able to put this beautiful park together. And it's very, very disgusting now to see the kind of rundown, as we would call it, and the deplorable state of this park, that even the children cannot come in here to play.
Yeah, the grass is growing up very high.
The grass is very high, and then you can find snakes all in here.
Yeah, the water that used to flow into this fountain area is a natural spring.
From, yes, a spring from a little way off.
Mhm.
It was a beauty to see. It was our little gardens.
a little oasis too.
Yes,
It looks in its heyday, which is just a couple of short years ago, it was somewhere special, and again,
yes.
totally neglected by the current
By the
administration.
yes, totally neglected by the PPP government, the installed regime. It's a funny thing that not only in Georgetown, or let us say in any other region, in one region for Guyana, where the installed government has just banished away and deprived all these projects that the coalition government has put in place for not only beautification and enhancement, but for development and upliftment. It's funny that the people just look at these places because they did not do it, they cannot maintain it or they cannot sustain it.
Yeah, yeah,
And, not realizing that it's not the Apnu you hurting, but it's the people of Guyana. It's the
correct.
Guyanese people. Because not only does Barticians come here, but whenever there's regatta, there's an influx of people in this park in the afternoons. The children are playing.
Mhm.
Those kids who come on vacation. For instance, I have grandson and a granddaughter who comes on vacation, and they would find themselves at the park here because it's a different scenery, a different atmosphere. It's socializing with different children and learning. So I cannot understand why the PPP, and now the PPP is in control of the Mayor and Town Council of Bartica, and they have turned a blind eye to it. And as we're here, I can speak, because it's a garbage collection and garbage infestation is taking Bartica over.
It's interesting because when they were running for office at the local government level a couple of months ago, there were so many promises. I mean, if you didn't have an eye on it then, now you're in control of the township, and it's been many months later, and nothing's happening.
Nothing is happening.
Roads are
But
being
but
badly
but
done, if done at all. You said the garbage
yes,
infestation, the park
in the
is
previous
run down.
council, we know that every Tuesday in my area, garbage is being collected. And to boost this council, they have two tractors. And we see the tractor in our area once every 2 weeks. They don't have a plan on garbage collection. And if we have the time and we could have taken you to the garbage site, you would have seen what is happening there. As compared to when the coalition was in government.
Yep. And had
The
an eye
place
on
was
greening this town. And this town got a lot of resources.
We have a
on the
lot of
coalition.
potential
Yeah.
here. And to know that Region 7 is the richest region in Guyana. We have a lot of natural resources here. So I cannot see a reason why the roads can't be up to date, up to standard. And then even when we talk about the roads, Sherrod, the kind of roads, the size of the roads, on no road in Bartica can two cars pass comfortable. It is always a hassle and a hazard. And there is need to be to reconstruct these roads. There's need to relook at the way they're constructing these roads.
Yeah. Yeah.
And if we don't have proper engineers in Bartica to do the roads, we would never ever get good roads
Yeah.
again.
And you say you don't want the doctor contract engineer.
Well, I
Can
don't know since when Dr. Kanai turned in a road engineer, a civil engineer. Dr. Kanai is a good doctor. He specializes in his field in the medical department. Stay there. And he is the man getting every contract for the roads in Bartica,
Yeah.
even for the stelling.
And some what we've seen is that the roads are falling apart in very short order.
Well, Sherrod, I don't know how to describe it. On the East Bank and other places, we're seeing bulging roads. Bartica, we are seeing what?
Bulging for another direction.
It's bulging for another direction. It's bulging
Bulging
in. The roads are in a deplorable state in Bartica. Every 2 weeks, I have to take my car into the mechanic shop to do on the carriage repairs because of the roads. No road is done properly. We're gonna take you to 3rd Avenue and 8th Street. That was a well pitched road. All because of a few holes here and there, they dug that road up. And now all that road has in it is some crusher on, and then they throw some tar, and then they throw some sand,
Back to worse.
and they
As you
call it
said,
roads.
anything the PP touches
Is a
yeah,
disaster. Is
yeah.
a disaster. And when wickedness rule this world, darkness has to take us over.
Mhm.
It's disgusting.
That's something the PPP to me.
Yes, it's disgusting with GPL and the PPP.
What do they say?
We're still under a phase of blackouts now. For the day, we had about 4 different sessions of
It's a
blackouts.
consistent phase.
It is. And nothing is being
His Anna's
said
brother GPL now is CEO.
and done. Yes.
And Lally A3. His brother's there as a CEO.
I don't know what's going on, but for us to be better off, the PPP has to move off.
For Guyana to grow.
For Guyana to grow, the PPP has to go.
That's what the people say all the time.
And Sherrod, it comes down to us in the electorate.
Love that
We
you said
have
that.
to understand that it is time for us as citizens of this country, from which political party we like, and look to see which political party can take us forward. And if we put them together and we measure, we weigh them out, we can clearly see what is happening and we can clearly tell who can get the job done.
The choice is clear.
Yeah, because the coalition took 3 years to build in Bartica, build visible projects, and which didn't require the kinds of monies that the PPP is calling out.
Billions.
Billions.
Yeah. And we heard the same thing, Linda. We were there last weekend. They said no transformational project in 3 years. They can't point the finger and say PPS built this, or
no, they haven't done anything in here. There is so much to touch on. Shara, the education system in Bartica is in a mess.
Priya, your name calling.
It is a mess. And Priya is not visiting here. We were just at the TVET project. And if you looked across at the Bartica Secondary School, that is a open. That is another building waiting for a disaster like the Madhya dorms.
God
Because
forbid.
if you look at the windows in that school, there is no place to escape there if something should happen. If every child got to use the door to escape, it is dangerous. It is a disaster. I attended at Bartica Secondary School, and that was in the 70s. Because I came to Bartica in 71, and I went straight into that school. And that school was an A1 school. We did GCO levels then. And to look at the condition of this school here, no proper toilet facilities, no bathroom. I can remember in the home economics department, I could have gone in there and lay on a bed and sleep if I felt sick. I don't even think those facilities are working at the school there. When you look at, they say force impression, look at that, seeing what is happening externally in that school, you can tell. That is the first impression you get of that Bartica Secondary School.
Yeah.
And if our children has an environment to learn, they will learn. Systems need to be changed in the education department or in the Ministry of Education when it comes to enhancing our children's growth in education. We don't have teachers. We have children going to the 3 Mile Secondary School. Who's coming home and say, we ain't had any work to do today. Teacher wasn't there.
Shocking.
It is shocking. And Priya isn't visiting Bartica. When she comes to Bartica, she's not meeting with the people. If you're deciding that you're a government and you're doing the best and you want to do best, meet even with the people who are criticizing you.
Yeah. But I'm shocked because I remember there was an event here a few months ago. Was it at the ground? There were lots of folks there. Money was sharing away and all that. But it's interesting to see the quality of the roads, the infrastructure, and how everything is falling apart. You talk about the consistent power outages and so on.
Yes.
It's interesting.
Even,
with all the fanfare and so
let
on.
me tell you something. Even to the 10-day workers are getting problems here. Even to the 10-day workers. All the grants are there given out to people here in Bartica. Or were only for a few?
Yeah, it begs the question, what is working in this country?
Nothing.
What is working? They
nothing.
control the town council. They control the central government.
Yeah.
Right? They have the public's purse. You hear about all these billions and millions and trillions being spent. But when you come on the ground like this and you look for yourself, at least they're not being spent at the what's the park here?
West Indian
The
House.
West Indian House in Scheme Park. It's not being spent on the roads that we saw with all of those holes. It's not being spent on that ground
No.
that we saw. Right? The quality of that ground where they're trying to put down a multi-purpose center. We spoke about it.
Center,
A sports center. Might as well they fix the ground instead of putting down a sports center there.
But
The selling is falling apart.
But Sherrod, that was the best thing to do. Fix the ground and you make pavilions like that of the one at Princess Body,
Mhm.
where we host all the crickets and all
Mhm.
of that. I'm not remembering the name. The stadium. They could have fixed that high school ground there.
And give
Or
the
that- or
students
that-
a proper ground.
Yes, or that Mongrippa ground. And you look at it for yourself today, Sharon, and you see around that ground, they could have erected pavilions. And they could have had a ground that people could have come into Bartica as I speak with you now, Sharon, because we don't have a proper football ground. All our young footballers are leaving Bartica to go and play in Georgetown and have to endure the late traveling at nights coming back home.
That's sad. That is sad.
And to know that I am going to have a son going or a grandson going to play football, and I got to be sitting at my home wondering at 8 o'clock the boat ain't reach yet with these children at.
Yeah.
It is sad. What is the PPP doing with the oil money? What are they doing with it? We never gain, Bartica and Region 7 never gain from all the gold that is being pulled out of this region. We have never gained anything proper. All our monies, and I know that gold contributed to the GDP
Yeah.
more than rice and sugar put together.
Yeah.
And we have not received anything proper in Bartica when it comes to the depositing of gold, the kind of gold we took out of this region.
Well, we know gold now is on the decrease, so I don't know if we can see much help. Because if gold, when it was doing well under the coalition, there was the highest amount of gold declared was under the coalition. Now they're saying they're not getting that. I don't know.
As we're talking about gold, I want to talk about this 40-mile areas where Troy Resources was.
Mhm.
I have been appealing to the government through the social media to give these lands to small miners. Come on, Sherrod, from since I know myself into mining,
Yeah.
the PPP only spoke about giving small miners a chance, but they never gave us a chance.
Jack just said yesterday in his press conference they dropped the ball on Troy Resources. They dropped the ball.
What ball has they dropped on Troy Resources?
Yeah.
When you
You have to have
already
balls
have
to drop.
when you already have a lot of middle small medium scale miners, a lot of big miners from Guyana who already acquire land in Troy Resources. They already get it. They are prospecting the land. They are demarking their blocks.
Interesting, because the government said they have secured the land.
Smaggy only got one block 37 from Vikram Bharat.
Mhm.
One block for a list of 500 small miners. Now, come on. Why give the Alfonsos and all the big boys a land in there who already has blocks of lands all over Guyana to do mining?
One
What happened to the small man? Is this the one Guyana or the one-sided Guyana, according to my fellow comrade from Bartica?
Very interesting. Thank you so much for sharing your concerns with us.
Following folks, that's what we're following, good folks. My sister knows the whole story. Yeah, I could have sat there and talked to her for hours. You know the whole story. Who getting what? Who getting contracts? Conflict of interest. People on the council getting contract from the council. The RDC, the municipality. She know the whole story. And you see that ground she talked about? That recreational ground? Another council highlighted that for us. Before we let you go tonight, you're going to see that. Another council highlighting that you got projects happening in Microwave and nobody know Hazel Chase. Collis LaRose, Cherie Baines. Projects happening in the town council, none the wiser. Them trench crappers. Folks, let's show you some of the other things we're following, and then we're going to circle back. Oh, we spent a few hours in Bartica today talking about the issues on the ground that the people talking about. You heard my sister there, a concerned citizen who's in touch with the issues in Bartica. She know the whole thing. She know the whole thing. The doctor, contract engineer, building roads is falling apart. No sooner they finish, they start falling apart. And we showed you some of that. Bartica is in a mess, but Bartica was going someplace. You saw the park there. Grass is growing high like a jungle. You gotta get cutlass and chopping going through. Weddings used to be hosted there. But them boys are like nothing proper. Them boys are like nothing proper. That was the opener, folks. Some what we covered in Barby today. Folks, this is what you're giving us for us. This is what your contribution, this is what your partnership does. We pick up and we go and we see what's happening. We listen to the people. Vox Populi, the voice of the people is the voice of God. And so we go and we listen to what's happening in all these communities. We got so many places to go. So many things to do. Issues to cover. Trump in the news again. You all remember our brother there from Haiti, Jovenel Moïse. We got a conviction today. Foreign Secretary Robert Passal in the news again. Can't do the time, don't do the crime. We say it all the time. Parliament is meeting shortly, folks. Parliament is meeting shortly. Some of the things making the fight card tonight. Some of the things making the fight card. Let's start in national, folks. Trump in trouble. And his own daughter, Ivanka Trump, is going to testify. A judge, a federal judge today says she got to tell what she know. And I got her sister in Bartica there. Know the whole thing? She got to say what she know. Because like there's a family of crooks. Oh, they're right for the PPP. I can see why the PPP was attracted to them. Right for the PPP. Yeah, gotta testify. Gotta spill the beans. Oh, some men counting the lucky stars. Some sailors counting the lucky stars. 2 weeks adrift. 3 years we adrift as a country, so they're still in the better stead. As a country we at sea, adrift. 2 weeks. He's been missing. See? And found drifting, they tell us, alive off the Washington coast. For 3 years now, we're drifting. Drifting. Like, it's like the drifters. Who no. Who no. Like the drifters, I can tell you. That's what them boys be. Like the drifters. We're happy for him, though. We're happy for him. Around the region, folks, a number of things we're covering. We're going to share cemetery. Homework for the rest. Homework for the rest. Good to see all of you on the live tonight. Pay some power, folks. Around the region, so what we're covering. Jovenel Moïse, I did tell you, a Colombian ex-army officer, German Garcia, life in prison for his involvement in the assassination of the Haitian president, Jovenel Moïse. And you all know, if you all follow international affairs, regional affairs, and so forth, Haiti has not been the same since President Moïse was assassinated. It already had its own basket of issues. Thanks to how it was pillaged and plundered in the past. He wasn't perfect, but he's trying. He's trying. Well, let justice be done. Good folks, let justice be done. Peace and power. Life in prison. Pack of nonsense. Look, story here now. Jamaica. This was Trinidad, sorry. Trinidad. At a wake 2 men shot dead, 4 others wounded at a wake. They were attending the wake of a colleague. Well, who tell them to do that? You know how we say it colloquially? Huh? Nicole Turak, U.S. Ambassador, who tell them? I know she's watching tonight. Back channels. You don't worry how I know. Back channels. Who tell them to do that? Folks, my God. Crime in the region. We got to put a handle on that, folks. We got to put a handle on that. Crime getting out of hand. Very much, very much out of hand. Very out of hand. At a wake. Nothing is sacred anymore. Nothing. Gone down at a wake. Of course, you got the element of surprise there because who expecting you? Then by say safe, tomorrow we go first. No. Nope. Them boys are moving like that. Nothing is off limits. At a wake, folks. At a wake. They're telling us they were attending the wake of one, or rather, the dead has been identified as Keston Big Shane Lawrence and one Dwayne Charles. Yeah. Thoughts and prayers with those families. Sometimes you get a call, change your whole life. Change your whole life. When the 592 folks, well, you all know once we come here, what is what? Under them boys. You know, once you come in, what is what? You don't hear my sister tell me the whole thing. Our sister from Bartica tell us the whole thing so you know how it is. The whole thing she told us. With the 592 good folks, and good to see so many of you on the live. P. Leacock, Dan Graves, Andy. I see Ingrid King. Michelle Garrett is here as well. I see Lester Williams. Faye is here too. Andrew Griffith, Yolanda Thomas, Collis LaRose, Hazel, Yolanda Wando. What's new? What's new? Because once you come to upside, you got them jagabats, trench crapos to deal with. Look at the hardship on the folks of Bartica. And as I said last weekend, we were in Linden. You see? And look at the hardships from the people that said, we care. We care. Where they care? Where? Show me. Show me where they care. Give me a break. Give me a break. Venezuelan killed. Guyana has the most dangerous roadways in the world. In the world, folks. Guyana has the most dangerous roadways in the world. Me walking the corner, I'm the fence. I pass corner. I on the fence going down. I on the fence. And you know, Bartica was in a place of a lot of accidents now. Oh, Jesus. As you heard our sister say there, it's the roads. Narrow roads. We could build better roads now we got the oil money. And as you shall see, more oil pumping. Huh? More oil. When we pumping, we must feel something, man. More oil pumping. I can see some of y'all sucking your teeth now. Most dangerous roadways in the world, folks. We got some of the most dangerous roadways in the world. My God. Every day, carnage on our roads and waterways. Violence against our women and girls. The wickedness, corruption of the PPP. Every day. In this little 2x4 country. You all know about 17 over here. But we lost one today. You see? It's but three of us left. It's but 3 of us left. Folks, they're walking the corner. Cordaida Kenya, they're walking the corner. Paulette Graves, Martin Frank, Leon Logan, Claudine LaRose Ducour. Claudine, come on your side soon, girl. Soon come, soon come. Soon come. Edward Brooms, Asquith Schultz, Leon Logan, Father of His Mercies, Dan Graves Andy, Rosetta Barton. You're walking the current. Them boys ain't easy. Guyana has the most dangerous roadways in the world. Can't say and warn you. Walk in Z corner. Please and thank you. 40-year-old Venezuelan national of Metamirzag. He is a Venezuela. He stopped in Metamirzag. Right? He was involved in an accident in the same community. Right? Cesar Oliveras struck down by a motor car driven by a 24-year-old resident of Lenora. My God. Father, help us in this country, right? Shandell, Hazel Chase, Father, help us in this country. Please and thank you. It's not easy. Look what else we're following. There you go there. Because you get not Frank, the other Retachicon. The other steel. Low energy. The men. Stinker. Because you got a man like he at the wheel. Them boys move with impunity. Immunity and impunity. A woman just by she gold chain, she know she getting trace. She know it's trace. She getting trace, you know. Huh? Kino Pluck, 18 years old. He started living his life yet, you know. But he's taking up people and robbing people. Huh? The things don't concern you, left it. Chanel Moses just buy she little chain. Working hard and just buy she little thing. He gone into frame with the girl now. Huh? See she buy she thing and he gone interfering with the girl. Folks, be careful out there. Right? Be careful out there. He was watching her and he was following her. The story said he was tracing her, trailed her, and eventually snatched the chain from around her neck. She raised an alarm and began to chase after the Pluck. He no Pluck. He was apprehended by an officer a short distance away. Thankfully, trail the girl. They know the thing selling. They watch to see who come to buy. Huh? Watch who come to buy. Michael Reed, thankfully you had a police here. You had a police here close by. Thankfully you had a police here close by. My Spanish is improving. Spanish, right? I happened into a stall in the arcade in Bartica today. And, you know, there's a sign on the door by the handle that says push. And then you get the Spanish. Right? I learned what the Spanish is for push. I asked the young lady, oh, her Spanish was fluent. Her Spanish was fluent. And she pronounced the word for me as very eloquent. I forget though. So I learned the word for 3 seconds. Push. The Spanish was right there. You tell me Spanish people, they just stand and watch the door. Push. Yeah. What's the Spanish to push, folks? Yeah. Policia was right there. Natalie Green, Alson Cortez. Policia was right. Alson says is a ambulance thing. Somebody coming for you. If the police can't come, if policia cannot el como, ambulancia will come. Folks, help us in this country. We're not making light of these very serious issues. It's how we register despair. It's how we do it. Quoting their line from Lightning Winter, Wave Nidores, is how we register despair. So if the police here can come, the ambulance here will come. This is what the GRA said, folks. I can tell you ropes men sleeping. Yeah? I can tell you ropes sleeping. Right? You see, when it comes to a certain hour in the day, big people, you got talking. Then is when them boys like Kilo and them running rampage outside. When Robson talking, see, soon 2 o'clock come. Robson can't go sleep for 2 hours. 9 down the old foot. See, 1 good foot. 9 down the old foot. You know, the people tell us. He put up his foot on the table in the office there and break down. Take out the flask. Drink a little porridge. Right? Papi 2, diclofenac and 1 blue pill for later on. You see? GRA said there's a trend in drugs they've noticed being smuggled in personal consignment. Why do you think there's a trend of drugs? Joan Stephanie, Claudine LaRose Ducroix. You say, trip him up, Claudine? Huh? Why do you think there's a trend of drugs, Maxine? Huh? Police here sleeping. Ambulance here coming. And the people come back. That is why there's a trend of drugs. Alison Cortez says she enjoys her program every night. I heard that every street we went in Bartica. In the ring, ping, 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 ping. I say, yeah, shut your mouth. Send a contribution. Oh, police here, trend of drugs. That's what GRA says. Folks, on a Friday night, 3,000 here, what should we? Yeah, I'm going to do. They'll make a gun. Yeah, but she really short in entertainment. My mother once said, you know, if she was a young woman, she'd find me very uninteresting. But I got my wife to prove it, mommy. I got my wife from 28. Folks, she lived her whole life at Yeovil, but she born at 28. And she hold on to them. I'm from 28, I'm not from Yeovil. Country people. She says she look for me very on your own mother. When your own mother could talk like that about you. I got my wife to prove it. She's from Yeovil. I mean 28. My God, folks, if I continue like this, ambulance here. Trend the drugs. GRA. I thought GRA and all the people come back. What were they expecting, folks? The good life? What were they expecting? Look, stuff. Too many guns in the town. I want you to know this part. The thing I walk, I gotta fall back. Too many guns passing around. This one have a gun. That one have a gun. We're gonna shoot each other for fun. Sorry. That's the song for the Region 9 Ario. Shoot each other for fun. What the man kill? I heard them like pull guns up. Police are man acting suspiciously. Right? One Sean Collins. I know police. What's a suspicious? What's a suspicious look? So when people see the police just get little things, I don't know. But it looks suspicious plenty times. So when I see the police, I just get vexed. Sean Gill, apprehended with a gun, loaded, locked and loaded. I didn't know if Sean prepared. They said Sean tell the police is them boys are preparing for. Them boys by what the place name? We go to Bartica. Huh? Where they say they assembling and mobilizing by the border. What's the name of the place? Ittering Bang. Sean say waiting for them. He was with a fellow named Stefan Howard. But Sean was the one who found with the gun. Loaded, locked and loaded. Sean says them boys are waiting for. I'm ready to go to Coco and Black Bullet. Like Sean's spirit. You think if I'm going putting on battle fatigues like Zelensky Huh? Huh? You think so? If you see a front runner like Usain Bolt. Usain Bolt. Too many guns in the tongue. I gotta fall back. I want you to know. I know some of y'all jealous me. Who vex? Right? Folks, stop saying in the comment section, keep singing Sharon. Your voice got a kind of resonance. Butter. As them boys, the contractors over at AJ say, butter. I love them to bits. Not as contractors. Love them to bits. Dollar Bill, we see you there. Collis LaRose, Marcy Agard, Will Felix, we see you. Yeah, too many guns. Too many guns, folks. Where are these guns coming from? Gun in barrel at some place else. Gun. Right? Well, Patterson want making money too. Remember they locked him the other day at detain him. Detain is not the word. They prevented him from leaving the country. And eventually said, I had no right to do that. Person taking this at 25 million he's suing there for. Esteem, King Counsel, Queen's Counsel, Senior Counsel, Nigel Hughes. He has written to the Attorney General. He said, I really want to go down this road. Right? My client deserves damages. So make it right, Anil. Make it right. I know you get big building and so on now and all kinds of things. You got big building and so on. Folks, since PPP gone in, I can do one program and show you some of what they have amassed. One minister built a big house in Region 3. Folks, it made the White House look like nothing. You know the White House is big, they got a west wing. He got west wing. He got south wing. East and north. They said to get any place, you can't walk. In the house, I tell you. You got golf carts in the house to ferry you from room to room. That's how big. If you see what they have amassed. Remember my sister talked about the doctor, engineer, contractor in Bartica? The man built a fantastic hospital. If you see what some people have amassed. Big 6-story building. He just started seeing patients in Bartica. He traveled Firetail, big building. The contractor, engineer, doctor, that building road. He's the only man that said building roads in Bartica. Who's the next man? They said, somebody's getting some swag. I can show you what they've amassed. Right? Attorney got a big Firetail building on Middle Street. 3 short years. And Evan was minister for a couple. He had a big house. Swimming pool and all kind of thing. He said, save. He saved. He was like the permanent secretary. They had 16 billion in the bank account. He says phone card. You remember that? But then boys gone again. If you see what a billion, if you see land coveting, throwing people off the land, friends, family and favorites, ministers, got companies getting contract on the road. Jesus have more. If you see what they're doing. Well, Bartica making money too. 25 million detained me wrong for the airport. And the political instructions. And then yes, retain Nigel Hughes as a lawyer. Well, you know Patterson getting paid. You know Pato getting paid. Pato getting paid. I just vexes. That mean David at the detained. Money got for Mac, folks. I just sorry. Is that mean David? Folks in this country, let's be real. You have to eat a bread. One way or the next, good folks. One way or the next, you gotta eat a bread. If they slip up, if they make themselves grass, horse not need them. You gotta eat a bread. So Nigel Hughes, Senior Counsel, King's Counsel, Queen's Counsel, has written to the AG saying, you won't carry to court yet. I give you an edge. Make it right. My client deserves Damages. AG. Make it right. So the learned attorney, he has fired the first salvo. Look, I can show you one thing. That's the power. And now you're going to suck your teeth. Right? I can show you one thing. All you can suck your teeth. 46 oil discovery. Oh, somebody take this bike. The 46 oil discovery. Folks, we see 40, we see the 45 before. We see the fruits of it. I can see some of y'all sucking your teeth. As far as Alaska, I can hear it. Folks, we've had the 46th oil discovery. All this money going to Pato. All this money from this oil going to Patterson. 46th oil discovery. I didn't see a cent from the 45 below. Folks, my God. They tell us if you see all them boys from Exxon buying up new property, who they done living in exclusive areas in Manhattan, living in more exclusive areas now. You see? Imagine them men come, eat a bread off a we, right? Get so much oil off a we, sell the company for 63 billion and gone. We still here punishing. Still here punishing. If I bust this shot right now, you'll see collarbone. Right? You can see me backbone watching from me, front, like that. Right? Why think I'm wearing short? It's to hide the shame. It's to hide the shame. You will see me collarbone. See how my cheekbone sticking out? Me see the benefits from the 45th, from the 45 all discoveries before. So you think I'm happy, Michael Reed? Huh? Terrence, Shelby, Sherry. You think I'm happy? Folks, we got over 3,000 of y'all watching us on a Friday night. What is this? Y'all don't go and hang out? You don't want to drink 2 beers with the boys? Got a girls' night out or nothing? Folks, hold on. As I said, I'm wrapping up. This is first finally. I got 7 more to go. Finally. I got 7 more to go. I'm just warning you. Full disclosure. I got 7 more to go. Right? Finally, the taxi driver. Hear this man confession. When he goes home in the night, he's taking wife phone. He like too smart. Right? He got get credit. He got watch the show every night. I just stumble into this fella, you know. Every night I got watch your show. I said, all right, brother. All right. Every night. You see, the wife says true. He's taking the phone. At least we know he's home. That's a good problem you got. You see? The government want to fight me. So down at 8 o'clock, I come home. Come home at 6. You rest, you recuperate. You're ready for war now. You see? I'm ready to engage my wife in deep discussions of nothingness. Right? Men want to whisper sweet nothingness to the wife. But don't come on. The woman say, wait, hold on. Big Sahib, I can go watch it. Men want to fight me, I don't even know why. You got a good problem. You got a good here you got a good problem. You know who the side chick is. You know who's the side chick. You got a problem. You know who's the side chick. Right? It's me, you, she in the house, in the bed at 8 o'clock. For a 6-hour discovery. We pumping, but we ain't feeling it. Look, if we pump it, at least let me feel something. At least let me feel something. Right? Who's named these spaces? Lancet fish. Let me just name it catfish and done. This 46th oil discovery was done at a place called Lancet Fish. I think that's like French for catfish. Right? Like how Policia, Ambulancia, and so on. Lancet Fish is like Spanish for catfish. Good folks. Moving on. But look, story now. Venezuela against the ropes. against the ropes, good folks. They suddenly want carry come to step in and broke it out. Folks, if you share life, yet you're wicked. You can't see God's face. How you can see Jesus' face? How? You even want to smash the emoji, but you want people watching you. Fight on them. They're not sweet. Right? How? They don't want broken talks. They swim out these jagabats across the border. Right? These jagabats across the border. They suddenly, you hear me? One card come to broken talks. Suddenly, the jagabats across the border. I've been checking it up. You gotta watch them. You gotta watch them. And towards this end, folks, we taking them serious, folks. What happened in the year is happening in a day. We off of recess since the 10th day of October. Since the 10th, we out of recess for Parliament. You see? And if the Venezuelans didn't start puffing up themselves, right? Didn't start saber rattling, we want to be meeting, right? But the Lord works in mysterious ways. There's an extraordinary sitting of the National Assembly on the board of controversy on November 3rd. An extraordinary. What will happen in a year is happening in a day. So I just wanted to alert you to that. An extraordinary sitting of the National Assembly. That's what they're telling us. That's what they're telling us. An extraordinary sitting. And then finally, did I pass this? Did I go past this too fast? The Foreign Secretary, Robert Passan, he said he has noticed that Venezuelan maps are being sold locally in Guyana with Essequibo or Quibo merged. And he's telling Guyanese, don't accept this disrespect. Don't tolerate it. I'm not agreeing, Robert Passan, but I agree. Don't tolerate it. Don't do it, folks. Don't do it, good folks. As I said, folks, we were on the ground today. We were outside in Bartica. And you see, Bartica got a name for a reason, you know. Bartica has that name for a reason. I was outside in Bartica. Bring it back. Those of you who don't join me from the start, you missed a good intro. You missed a good intro, folks. The opener. You want to go back and watch it. We were in Bartica today, looking at some of the issues that are affecting the people and that they've been raising us concerns. And one of them is that ball field that my sister, that concerned resident of Bartica, spoke about, and how they're building some multi-purpose recreational center on the ball field. Well, we spoke with a councillor, Stephen Lake, fantastic councillor. We spoke to her about that issue because she raised it recently in the town council, folks. We spoke to her quite recently about that. Just today, we spoke to Steve about that. And she spoke so passionately. She won't fight them, you know. I said, Steve, hold on. Take it easy. The weapons of our warfare are not carnal, but are mighty through God. The pulling down of the PPP. Take a look, folks, and take a listen. What she told me about this year, the play field, the ball field, and what them boys want to do. Take a look. Take a listen.
Councillor Lake, we are in Bartica. Tell us where we are and what is the issue on the field where we are.
Sure, we're in constituency 3 of Bartica, and I'm the constituency rep. And if we look behind us right now, we're seeing an ongoing construction where there's sand, where there's blocks, etc. Now, it is said that a multi-complex sports center is going to be placed there, right? Now, residents were not informed of such thing. Their opinions were sought. Nobody knows what will be going there until I investigated to find out such. As the constituency rep, I knew nothing. Residents were not Residents were not interviewed. Residents weren't asked of their opinions. Nothing of the sort. And right away, that is stripping residents of their democratic right to know what is happening in their community. That is simple consultancy, Mr. Duncan. And we're not against receiving a complex center for sports, but we are.
So your investigations reveal there's a multi-complex center coming here
Yes.
on this playfield here.
Yes.
Good.
Yes, our problem is not the multi-complex sports center, but it is location on our ground directly, which is not good enough. We're saying that this is the biggest play field in Bartica, and it should be utilized better, at least for synthetic tracks, swimming pool, volleyball court, etc. Things that support a bigger picture, that supports outdoor sports. And we have a lot of athletes. We have good swimmers, but there are no swimming pool in the region to harness the skills of our athletes, and even a proper field for them to run. We had that struggle a few weeks back as we had school sports.
And one of the arguments you made very strongly in the recent council meeting is the lack of consultation.
Correct. This was being done and nobody knew what was going on. And when I asked the mayor, he told me that it was advertised in the newspaper and I should have known about it from there. Residents should have known about it from there. Mr. Duncan, that is not how consultancy is supposed to be done. Better must be done. That is disrespect to the people of constituency 3 and 5, the scheme area that utilized this ground. This very ground here was developed and cleared by residents in the 1960s of the old housing scheme. And the Wolves Football Club cleared this area, pull out stumps and different things to make this ground what it is today by the help of others as well. So they deserve the respect of knowing what people want to put here. They deserve the respect of asking them. They deserve that respect.
So exactly who is executing this project here of building the multipurpose center?
Based on what the mayor said, it is something coming from central government.
Wow, and the full council has not been consulted on this project?
No.
Wow.
Not the RDC level, not the town council level.
And as a councillor and councillors who oppose the lack of consultation, not the project necessarily, and perhaps oppose also the location of this project, what do you want to see next?
I would definitely like for this construction that is ongoing here right now to be halted and to be sought based on consultancy with residents where it should be placed, the best place for it should be placed. And residents has agreed that being on the ball field is not the best place for it, and it needs to be relocated. They're grateful for sporting facilities, but they're saying that on the ball field is not the best place to put it. Some even say even if they try to build a foundation down the slope on the other side of the ball field would be a bit acceptable, but not on the ball field directly. We seek better development for this ball field, such as synthetic tracks, volleyball courts, swimming pool, and stuff like that. That is true development for our people to harness their athletic skills at large.
Councillor Stephen Lake, thank you so much for spending this time with us, and let us know anything else you want us to know maybe happening in Bartica on the whole. Are there similar projects that are surprising you folks that you don't know about, never come to the full council, but you might be seeing executed in other areas here in Bartica?
Yes, there is a lot of things that are happening in Bartica that we don't know of until it starts happening, right? And I'm sure my other colleagues can relate the same, right, Sharon? But what is pressing for me right now, what is hurting myself and other residents in this area, is what the level of dictatorship that is happening in here to do stuff on our ball field without consulting us. And it's a privilege for me to be here after work, speaking to you, representing the people that voted me in to represent them this afternoon after my work. Mr. Duncan.
Thank you very much.
We're heartful for that.
Yeah, thank you very much for your time. Councillor Lake, we are in Bartica.
Apologies, folks. Apologies. I was saying thank you guys so much for joining us on this broadcast. Have a fantastic weekend. And we spoke to a number of other issues there in Bartica that we're going to show you guys on our next broadcast. Right? So you got to tune in. You got to stay tuned. We spoke to a number of other issues. There in Bartica. Folks, be gentle with yourselves. The weekend is upon us. Be gentle with yourself this weekend. Some time with you, some time with your family. You know, do what you got to do, folks. Guard your mental health as well. Guard your mental health as well, good folks. Rastaman, Wilmer Grant, Seymour George, Michael Chance, Naomi Randolph, and all you other fantastic folks who are joining us this evening. Have a fantastic rest of the evening. You can want to tune in Monday to see some of the other issues we covered in Bartica. Thanks for joining us, folks. Stay safe. Stay safe. That's our time, and that's our program. Stay safe.